I'm going to make one of our traditional Danish cookies. It's called Jødekager. And here we have all the flour. I have 4 cups of flour, and in there I'm adding 1.5 cup of sugar. Okay, I have half a teaspoon of ginger. And I'm also going to add, grind the lemon here. But also I'm going to add 15 tablespoons of butter, ice cold butter, okay? And after I have added the butter, I'll add the 2 egg yolks. The topping for the cookie is a mixture of sugar and cinnamon, and also some chopped almonds. And of course I'm going to also whip up an egg to put on top of the cookies before I add the cinnamon sugar and the almonds. So I better get going. So of course you want to make sure you have washed the lemon before you start grinding it. And this cookie is always eating around Christmas time, but of course it tastes good any time of the year. So I added the 15 tablespoons of butter, and I'm now mixing it in with the flour, the sugar, the lemon peel, and the ginger. And of course you can also do it by hand, whatever you find is easiest. Actually at one point I think it's easier to do it by hand. I think we're just about there. Okay, at this point I'm going to add the 2 egg yolks. Instead of egg yolks, you might like to use a little bit of baking powder. Just about half a teaspoon of baking powder would be okay, but I'm not doing that today. Okay, hopefully it'll stick together soon, because then I'm going to make it into a roll. Squeeze it all together. So I have worked it for a while, several minutes, and it all sticks nicely together now. I'm going to cover it up. I'm just going to roll it in the plastic, and I'm going to put it in the refrigerator for about 2 hours, or you can also put it in the freezer, probably for half an hour to an hour, depending on, when it's cold enough, and we can make the cookies. So here I have it out of the refrigerator. It was in there for a couple of hours, and it is really firm. So now I'm going to try to roll it out and cut out my cookies. I want to make sure I have flour all over before I start this. And I have at least 24 cookies, maybe a little bit more when I'm finished. And the cookies can keep for about 2 weeks in a tin. Make sure you have them covered. Or you can put them in the freezer for a couple of months. That should be fine. Alright. But this looks pretty good to me. So I can start cutting it out. And here I have a glass. Some people might like to make it a roll of the dough and then cut out, slice it. I prefer to roll it out with a rolling pin and then cut it with a glass. So the baking sheet, I put some butter on it and put flour on top. If you have parchment paper, you can use that. So now I put all the cookies on the baking sheet. And here's the egg. I'm whipping it up. And then brush the cookies with the egg. And then I sprinkle some cinnamon sugar on. Alright. So I sprinkled the cinnamon sugar on top of the cookies. And here we get the almonds. And I can stick them in the oven. The oven is heated up to a degree of 400, and I will bake them for about 6 to 8 minutes. And while they're baking, I can prepare another baking sheet with cookies. So here we have the first tray of cookies all finished, and I want to let them cool down. So it'll take a few minutes before I can eat them. Actually, you can leave them on the tray or take them off. This way they'll cool down a little faster before I'm going to eat them. I actually got quite a few cookies out of it. I believe I have 20. I have about 34 cookies. So that should last a while. So here I have a nice tray of Jødekager. They are delicious. I can't wait to get a bite. And when my family got together back home in Denmark as a child, they would always serve Jødekager. I had a big family and there were a lot of family parties, and they were usually really big, you know, with, I don't know, up to 50 people every time. My grandmother had a lot of brothers and sisters, and they were all farmers, had big farms, and this is one of the cookies they always served. So of course I enjoy them a lot. I hope you like them too. Please subscribe to our channel. I hope to see you next time. Bye!